What's going on? You are tuned to Kick 'em Pick 'em Gambling Show brought to you by TwoFootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. No Oaks today. Oaks is sick. Oaks tells me he's sick as a dog. He's already on some cold medicine, so Animo Oaks. Don't know why he couldn't just at least sit there and look pretty while I talk shit to everybody on the internet, but it's what he usually does, but it's all good. Hope he's feeling better next time. First time joining us, don't worry, everyone. We're just here to make you feel better. We're gonna get through last week's fuck yous. Any bad beats, go ahead and ring them off. Anyone just was a dickhead, feel free. We're running it up, all right? We're just letting it loose. So again, first time here, feel free to just ring it off. If somebody ate the last bag of goldfish, you fucking let me know. I got you. My first one's Real Madrid. You embarrassed me in front of all my friends. I did a thing where usually it's like more of a Barcelona thing where you look at all your stats and you're like, wow, look at all these stats that I have, and I still lost the game. But like, damn, if you didn't have every single stat and then just not even be able to score against bums, it's just an embarrassing time. It's now a 4-point gap from Barcelona, and it does act. We held the league title for I think about 3 days, where we were going to hypothetically win if we didn't fuck up. And then we just fucked up multiple games in a row. Just really embarrassing. So fuck that. Arbeloa out. Next one I got Man City. What the fuck? Y'all were supposed to make this a title race. You can't beat Nottingham Forest. Arsenal is 7 points clear. That shit. You couldn't even take advantage when they fumbled it. Like they did actually fumble it, and you did nothing with that. So Man City, fuck you guys. Marseille, fuck you guys. Why you gotta ruin my weekend? There was no need. There's absolutely no need. Took an early lead. Lyon was back. And then out of nowhere, Aubameyang wants to act like he's prime Aubameyang again and scoring fucking game winners. I think he had 2. It was in like the 92nd minute for the winner, though. That was absolutely heartbreaking. And then finally, Newcastle. Just You fucking lose to Everton. I think they tied, but it felt like a loss. You lose to Everton, drop points, and then you somehow are beating Man U now. What's going on here? Are they going to do something against Manchester City now where I have to pay attention to them again? I don't know what to think. And you know what? I'm going to start going against Newcastle because if they win, at least emotionally, that would be pretty cool. Shout out Tom because we're rooting for Newcastle. But other than that, I did pretty solid. Even hit a parlay today, so I'm not even mad at Newcastle for making me lose on my Manchester United religions. So, quick shout out, quick. Gotti, where did that come from? Another one to just make Oaks look bad too, because I said game had big tie energy and Oaks isn't here to defend himself. What are you doing? Gotti, somehow always getting game winners. Huge, massive goals. I think it was only a game tying one, but anything he scores was a game winner. Shout out Brighton. Guys, I've gone 2 for 2 in the last 2 Brighton games of betting for them or against them. Hoping to have turned over a new leaf when it comes to betting on Brighton. And then I have a shout out for Lyon because we're still in UCL footy zone, and a lot of y'all can't say that. And I'm just not hearing shit from anybody. Okay, Lyon's back still. I don't care what anyone says. Sitting in 3rd place, Champions League spot from France. You know who can't say that? Marseille. Fuck you guys. And then the other shout out is that all the leagues are ass this year except for La Liga and the Portuguese Liga. Heard it here first. All the rest of you guys, ass. We got Inter with a 10-point lead. We've got Bayern with what? Probably also at least a 7 to 10-point lead. Let's see where Bayern's at. What happened, Premier League? Arsenal's 7 points clear. That shit looks like it's over. You got people still in like the 40-point zone over the Premier League. That's supposed to be the most competitive. We got the other backup most competitive in Serie A. Fucking Inter's 10 points clear. We got Bayern Munich 11 points clear. Go figure. France was a little bit of an exciting one until I started talking shit on Lens, and now PSG's 4 points clear. I think PSV is 17 points clear. There's no competition in the leagues anymore. There really is no competition in the leagues. And what a terrible, terrible time to do it, because now we're going to have to listen to all the Arsenal fans. Thanks for nothing. All right. Great transition by me. I have one English Premier League game we're going to talk about, and then we have, I think, what is it, EFL Cup or FA Cup? whatever cup action we have, it's going on this weekend. I do have a couple of those matches as well. I think I even put FA next to all the games, and I didn't even check if it was the FA Cup. I just checked what all the games were. I want to say it was FA Cup, though. I might be making it up. But anyway, Tottenham versus Crystal Palace. So I would just recommend that everyone goes and just checks out Crystal Palace's, Tottenham's home record. And then get back to me. Let me know if you're still feeling confident, if you feel like you would put your hard-earned dollars on anything Tottenham related. Because I'm just looking at a Crystal Palace double chance because Tottenham, I think, has maybe one win at home, if any. They are in a relegation battle as we speak, which is just shocking from the amount of money they put into everything. They haven't won a game in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 matches in the Premier League. Since December 28th, they have not won a game. Tottenham's home record, they have 2 home wins, actually. So 2 home wins, nice. 4 draws and 8 losses. I'm looking at a Crystal Palace double chance at like minus 145. That seems like a great number for me. I do think both teams could score as well. So if you want to run with that instead of taking a side or going with the double chance with me, both teams to score looks solid as well. Anyway, we're moving on to the FA Cup. First game, we got Wolves versus Liverpool. And this is a leg bias show. So we're pretty much just going to be going over the games that interest me, where I think I can find an angle to bet. This is a nice little rematch. Wolves have helped us out massively because we're going to get great odds on Liverpool now. Wolves did just beat Liverpool in the league, so I really don't even know how it happened. I don't know what happened to Liverpool as a whole. I just don't know how you spend like $500 million and somehow get worse, where you can't even beat Wolves in the league. I do think they win this game. I think personally this is one of their only shots at winning some silverware this year, so they have to take it to Wolves, who they are 10 times better than. This is, I guess, like a. I wonder if there's going to be a in memoriam for Diogo Jota. So that would also be a little thing that they could do here, since those are his 2 squads. Anyway, moving on. With the lowercase FA, we got Wrexham versus Chelsea. Ryan Reynolds will be at the game. They were very excited. I don't think they really have a great shot of winning. I do think they can score a goal, though. So I like the both teams to score in this game. Chelsea should win this. It's another one where you're getting terrible odds for a Premier League side against a lower league side. And Ryan Reynolds will be in the crowd. So I'm hoping for a goal. I'm going with both teams to score. Next one we got Newcastle versus Man City. Dude, I'm going to burn through this shit without Oaks here. And that's no shots at Oaks. It's just I have nobody to tell me that I'm saying anything crazy, and I can just cruise. So, again, hope he's feeling better. Newcastle versus Man City. Man, I want to get like real delusional here and be like, you know what? I think Newcastle could make some sort of comeback here, but I really think Man City will just go and take care of business. I would take Man City on the money line, and that hurts to say, but this Newcastle team doesn't have me wanting to back them. I think Newcastle also has Chelsea coming up after this, so if they have any type of European football left to play, which they do, they will be dealing with that on top of playing Chelsea the following weekend. So lots of action for Newcastle coming, all at a very high level. If they keep the form through this game, then I'm excited for the next couple, but I haven't seen it, and especially not versus Manchester City. We're getting a decent number on Man City. Semenyo is absolutely on fire. Ryan Cherky is still absolutely on fire. Kind of just firing on all cylinders. I think they haven't lost a game since they signed Mark Guy as well, but that also includes tying Nottingham Forest. So do whatever you want to do with those little stats. Next one we got Leeds versus Norwich. Decent number on Leeds at home. I like Leeds a lot. Norwich is without Josh Sargent, so I can stop pretending like I give a fuck about Norwich at all. I don't even know if Norwich will get us a goal here, but if you can get any angle on Leeds, I think Leeds is going to handle business. Final FA Cup game I'm going to be talking about. We got West Ham versus Brentford. West Ham has been the same West Ham that is one of the hardest teams to bet in, I want to say the world, but definitely in England. West Ham is sitting in a relegation battle in the EPL, but they somehow just beat Fulham after losing 5-2 to Liverpool, but they drew Man U and Bournemouth. So it's just, again, I never know from West Ham. I do think they get us a goal, and I do think Brentford has been playing solid football as well, and Brentford is always a weapon when it comes to scoring goals. So I don't hate a both teams to score angle if you can make a parlay out of that. Last time I think these two played at in London, Brentford won. They won 2-0. Actually, they played again more recently, and they won 1-0. Nothing is really making me want to back West Ham at all. So good luck, everybody, with that one. If you're a West Ham fan, again, I love arguing with you guys, but let's just be realistic here and let's try to guess what random post-retired striker you're going to be buying this summer. Moving on. We're going to Spain. Es no football. It's La Liga. Friday game in Spain. We got Celta Vigo versus Real Madrid. I am mostly excited for this one because Real Madrid is so absent. MJ or Kobe? I'm going Kobe. I'm going Real Madrid money line here just because it's a plus sign, and I'm excited to see who the fuck's even going to play. Celta Vigo always likes to throw an interesting performance at us. There's a guy named Diego Aspas, if you've never heard of him, La Liga legend. Usually ends up getting on the score sheet, whether it's with a card, assists, or a goal. Somehow they will always get one, especially at the crib. So both teams to score for me is looking good as well. But Madrid on a plus sign, I fucking love that. Very excited. Arbeloa should know our youth academy better than anyone else since he is the Castilla manager from last season. So excited to see who he's going to integrate. Always exciting to see what our our academy is going to do. But damn, if this man has been making some absolutely horrendous decisions. Vinny, that's all I got offensively right now. I got no Mbappe, no Jude, no Rodrigo. I'm going to have to watch Gonzalo Garcia again, which has really been irking me. So, it's going to be a painful watch, but I'm just happy to be on vacation for the game and get Madrid at a plus sign. Next one we got Atletico Madrid versus Real Sociedad. So this is a preview of the Copa del Rey final. It's pretty funny because the same thing just happened with Liverpool and Wolves, but we're doing it over here. Actually, there's a French game too where it happened again. So there's a lot of cup and league crossover really in a small space of time. Seems kind of set up to me, but whatever. I am still in the belief that Atletico Madrid has no interest in this league right now. The only thing that makes me a little bit nervous to bet against them is the fact that Real Sociedad is right on their ass as far as like Atleti have been terrible in the league, and Real Sociedad is one of the few teams where they could end up pushing. And you think I'm crazy by saying that when they're like 10 or something points off? Atleti stopped winning games in the league. They don't really seem like they care about the league too much anymore. They'll squeak out a game here and there, but like I've been watching them get their ass beat. I watched them beat down on Betis 5-0 and then somehow at home lose 1-0 to them when it came to the league. So it seems like they have their priorities in one spot. However, I am still too nervous to bet against them because they do need to solidify that top 4 spot. I do love the both teams to score at -125. I think that number is great, and neither of these defenses can really be trusted. But shit, you got Lookman on one side, you got Kubo on the other. You got options. Sorloth revenge game, maybe. We'll see what happens. I got Athletic Club versus Barcelona as my last Spanish game for you guys. Wow. We're getting an awesome number on Barcelona, and I'm not going to overthink it. Barcelona money line is at -160. If you need a better number than that, go Barcelona money line and over 1.5. Go Rafinha to score, assist, and Barcelona money line. Do whatever you need to do to get the Barcelona money line at a better odd, but right now, Bilbao is not playing high enough level football for anyone to be giving Barcelona less than -200 odds. That's fucking insane to me. And with Lewandowski out, Fermin Lopez and Ferran Torres shots galore. These guys are jacking for chicks. We just watched Bernal score 2 against Atletico Madrid yesterday. Everybody's shooting on that team. The only Barca play this season, Barca money line, too easy. That's what I'm trying to say. Said the same shit last week, and Oaks tried to disregard it. But, throw whatever parlay you want together offensively for Barcelona because besides Unai Simon holding it down back there for Athletic Club, the whole move back for Laporta hasn't gone bad. He's definitely their best defender. It's just doesn't look good. So moving on. I'm going to Italy. Like, guys, you see how fucking tight I'm keeping the show right now? We're fucking cruising. I have one Italian game for you. One Italian game, and I'm going on vacation soon. All right. Oh, actually, I have like 3 more games, and they're all over the place. Anyway, Milan versus Inter. We have the Derby di Milano. Derby de Milano. I don't know. I'm gonna fucking keep butchering it. Milan's home, even though they play in the same stadium. That's always fun when they pick a home and away when they're the exact same fucking stadium. Uh, the odds are kind of crazy. I'm getting the spread was actually Milan +1, which I thought was wild. So I'm looking at a Milan double chance at -115. I think Inter has some other fish to fry maybe, and they already have a 10-point lead. I don't know how serious they're going to take this one. On top of Milan's only lost 2 games this year, so I'm very comfortable taking any sort of Milan double chances ever. If Luka Modric starts, I'm going to take him for a shot on target. I love him. And Kunku's been balling again, goals and assists. Pulisic seems to have cooled off a little bit, but it's going to be a yellow card and a shots on target parlay galore for me. So make sure, again, you're following on Twitter because I'm going to be spitting out those ones and asking people who fucks it up. And I am genuinely asking because I know it's going to happen, but I just want to know who. We'll see who's reffing, but this is one of those Italian games that I want to tell you guys to take the over and get really excited, but it's also an Italian game, so I'm not going to tell you that. And I'm just going to stick with my Milan double chance. Wish Oaks was here for this one. Do we trust Dortmund? They are away at Cologne or Cologne. I don't know it. I'm not into the Bundesliga lore that way. It's the team that's black and red and has a goat as their logo. But I do trust Dortmund. I think they're sitting at like -155 away at Cologne. I do think they are the better side easily. We will have to see a starting lineup because there's a lot of times where I'm like very confident because I think I'm going to be seeing like Julian Brandt, Adeyemi, Jarossi. We're going to be seeing the normal guys, and then there's a bunch of little bullshitters in there. And no shit at Joe Bellingham, but like you ain't Jude. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, no shade, just you ain't Jude. So I do trust Dortmund. That's the answer to the question. All right, moving on. I got a French game for you that doesn't involve Lyon. It is PSG versus Monaco. The odds suck for this game, but it's been a banger. We just watched it twice. It's been a banger both times. Doesn't matter where it's at. I think when PSG was at home in the Champions League, they tied 2-2. The match before that, it was a 3-2 comeback win from PSG. So this game just over the last month has given us 9 goals in 2 matches. So I am going to continue to follow that trend and take both teams to score over 2.5. I will have plenty of player props for you between Balogun, who seems to be red hot, Dewey, who's hot. I'm always down for a Fabian shot on target, always down for a Vitinha shot on target. Vitinha does miss penalty kicks. I watched it happen. Nuno Mendes and Achraf Hakimi are my 2 favorite fullbacks in the world right now. Just going to be an absolutely incredible game to watch. They've not been disappointing so far. And I can't wait for this 1-0 banger. Let's get it. Finally, for all my favorite people out there, we're going to Portugal. We got Benfica at the crib hosting first place Porto. This is a much bigger match for Porto than it is for Benfica. But after all the drama and all the call-outs that Benfica has been doing against Porto for different, refereeing decisions and, is this match fixed? Do they deserve these points? Yada, yada, yada. Typical loser behavior. We're all guilty of it, so no shade. But this one is going to be an absolute banger because they are actually putting out actual reports where it's like, oh, man, we're reporting to the Portuguese FA. I mean, how is this a penalty kick? And how do you give it in the 92nd minute? This should have been 2 points less for them. Blah, da, 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 da. Now, mind you, Porto is, 4 points clear of Sporting right now. One of the few matches that Sporting lost was to Benfica. So this is a big tester for the league. I think Benfica is a little bit further back, so it's not as important like as far as who's going to end up winning the league. I'm sure they would love to get the win here, especially at the crib, and especially to just beat one of their arch rivals. So I do love both teams to score, but I definitely lean Porto. I like Porto on a draw no bet here, and mostly to piss off more Benfica fans that may, in fact, see my face and get upset that they're looking at it. Benfica is not too far off. They're 7 points off. That's not too far back. So, big game makes it 4 points and makes it very interesting league again. And I'm sure Sporting would appreciate that. Eileen Porto, though. Shout out my boy Samuel. That is all the games I have for you. Again, no shade to Oaks, but trim that shit right the fuck up, just so you know. No shade. Again, no shade ever thrown on this show. I would never do that. I did hit my golden booty last week by giving you guys a 4-goal jaunt, and it was the Villarreal Barcelona game. So we are going to continue the hot streak. Again, we don't throw shade here, but Oaks missed. Nico Paz didn't even start. And then there was a second game that he played in, still didn't score. So again, no shade. I would never do that to Oaks, but he was wrong. If it's your first time here, this is my golden booty wheel. See that? I'm going to spin it. It's going to land on a league. I'm going to give you a goal scorer. It's going to hit. We're going to run it the fuck up. Let's get it popping. I'm going with Luis Diaz because I know he's at least going to jack for chicks. And that's all you got to do to be my golden booty. Jack for motherfucking chicks. And if you think you're going to miss your next shot, jack again. We're jacking. Fuck it. That's all I got for you guys. Let me give you my 15, and we're going to get the fuck out of here. Nice, tight show. Let's get it. Time for vacation. First one I got, Real Madrid money line at Celta Vigo plus 115. I'm going down with the ship. Atleti, Sociedad, both teams to score minus 125. Barca money line at Bilbao minus 160. Elche plus 1 at Villarreal. It's plus 100. Even money. Real Betis draw no bet at Getafe minus 110. Palace double chance at Tottenham minus 165. Como money line at Cagliari minus 160. Pisa team total over a half. That's at Juventus. Just need them to score 1 goal plus 105. Bologna money line versus Verona minus 175. Roma money line at Genoa minus 120. Milan double chance versus Inter minus 120. Bayern Gladbach, both teams to score minus 130. Gladbach always gets one, guys. I promise you they'll get one. This was the one I'm going to regret. Leverkusen money line at Freiburg plus 135. Dortmund money line at Cologne minus 140. And then Marseille money line at Toulouse plus 130. Marseille just played Toulouse. They just got knocked out in the French Cup in a penalty shootout. I'm pretty sure it was Ethan Nwaneri. Just skied his shit. So I'm expecting them to come back full force and beat the shit out of Toulouse, and I'll take the plus sign. Shit, I might even go Ethan Nwaneri win-cast if he starts. Because it's all about mentality, baby. Fuck that miss. Go get another one. You owe us one. My parlay is Barca money line, Marseille money line, and Man City money line. And it'd be a real shame if these guys all lost parlay. They're not going to, but it'd be a fucking shame. That's all I got for you guys. Again, make sure you follow us at TwoFootTalk. That is at TWOFootTalk. Links are all down in the description. You want any drip? Again, links are right down in the description. It's tftdrip.com. Get you some team gear, get you some leg gear, get you some Oaks gear, all at tftdrip.com. Yeah, I would ask Oaks if he has anything to add, but he abandoned me again. Left me here all by myself. All for me to run through this bitch in half an hour. That's for y'all. All right. What is it? Happy Wednesday, and it's time for vacation. Fuck what you heard. It's what you're hearing.